everyone, so today I am doing a little like first impression on this Pikachu mini cover cushion by Tony Moly, and I really wanted to go for a really natural makeup look, so I thought I might as well film it for you as well. So yeah, I've got the foundation on for the first impression, and now I'm going to do the rest of my base and my eyes and everything, and this is going to be a really easy, like simple, quick makeup tutorial. I just felt like really natural makeup today. I'll show you what picture I was inspired by. Kind of like this kind of look here, which is like a Korean makeup look. I think this is for the brand 3 Concept Eyes, which is a Korean makeup brand. It's just really natural and glowy. I might do a little bit extra, I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Plus, I got these new, where are they? By Terry Glow Expert Duo sticks sent to me from Mecca. So I wanted to use some today, especially this one here. It looks so pretty. I swatched it already, but basically it's just like a kind of cool tone pinky color with like another light color, and it kind of kicks back a little bit golden. It's really, really beautiful. So actually I'm gonna start with blush and then I'll conceal and everything afterwards. So I'm actually gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand like this. I don't want to apply it straight to my face because I want like a natural look today. And I'm gonna take a detail Fibre brush and just kind of like pick some of that product up and then blend that over the top of my cheek. Color, it's so pretty. And the reason I'm doing the blush first is so that I can conceal afterwards and kind of tidy it up if I need to, because you know how it is with cream products, like blush and stuff, sometimes you can get a little bit overboard, so this is a good way to do it. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to do the bronzer as well, and this one is one of my favorites. This is by YSL. I've talked about this in videos before, but it's the Healthy Glow Balm. I'm going to use a tapered fibre brush and just pick up a little bit of that product straight off this, and then just start bronzing. Oh my god, where is my headband? What am I doing? And this color is quite warm, so it just makes you look really nice and like sun-kissed, like you have a natural kind of tan. I'm gonna contour with a different color, but I'm still just putting this kind of underneath the blush just to help start shaping my face a little more. And then I'm gonna put some over top of my nose, and then also kind of on that jaw. Now we can conceal, because I also have like a little bit of redness just here, and I want to kind of conceal a couple of these freckles and of course my under eye circles. Speaking of which, drink some water. Water helps with under eye circles, guys. Today I'm going to use my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. This is in the shade Light, just because I find this quite natural, but it still has really good coverage. It's just a really hydrating formula. So I'm kind of going in a triangle shape. I'm going to put a little bit on that redness under my lip, and then a little bit down the center of my nose. And I'm going to use an angled eye brush to blend. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelids too, just to get rid of some of those veins. I'm just kind of wiping my brush as I blend, just to like make sure that I've got minimal product under my eyes, because I'll use a powder as well, like while rested or something like that, and I just don't want to look too cakey under the eyes because I want this to look natural once again. So as I said, I'm going to use a little well rested on my eyes, and then on the rest of my face I'm going to use MAC Studio Fix powder in C2. This is quite like a full coverage, but I only use a really tiny amount. If you prefer, you can use like a translucent powder, or just don't use powder if you like. I'm going to use a powder brush. I just like to use powder because it makes my makeup last a lot better. So I just like dab it once or twice and then just kind of stamp it on. And once I've stamped it, I kind of like to just buff it really lightly, just to make sure there's no excess powder sitting on the top of my skin. And normally I would use a setting spray or something, but because I'm doing a first impression today, like I said, I'm not going to. By the way, that highlight is basically just the foundation. Look how natural that bronzer looks, and the blush, like it looks like my own skin. It's just so subtle and natural, but I will be amping it up ever so slightly. First, well rested, and this here is a small face brush. I'm just running that under my eyes to set that concealer and add a little more coverage and brightness as well. Make sure you buff it in really well and only use a tiny amount, because it can get cakey real quick. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the difference, but it adds a little bit of coverage. Okay, so now I'm going to do, what am I gonna do? Maybe a little bit of brow action. I have tattooed on eyebrows, but I still obviously fill them in every time I wear makeup. The tattoos are starting to fade now. They've gone pretty well, because usually they last about a year before you need touch-ups, because they're not permanent, they're semi-permanent, but I don't know, I haven't booked in to get them redone or anything. I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm going to use some Eyebrow by Benefit, and this is in shade 3. This can be quite natural, you can build it up to be quite dramatic as well, but I'm just going to use a little bit and hope that it comes out natural. This is the color. I love this color so much. It's quite dark on me, so I am going to have quite dark statement eyebrows, but that's just how I roll. I'm going to use an eyebrow groomer brush. So I'm just kind of filling in the spaces and making my eyebrows a little bit thicker. And just a little bit of a brow mascara as well. This one here is the 3D Brow Tones in shade 2. It's a little bit more natural than Gimme Brow, and it kind of highlights your hairs, which sounds weird, but it works well. It looks really natural, makes your eyebrows look more natural. Oh my god, I've got a really bad itch. I like to use the little tip of the brush in the beginning. And that's how it looks. So you can see it gives your eyebrow a little bit more color definition. Like, obviously, as you would expect, it's kind of like different brow tones in your eyebrow. So it makes it look more natural rather than just like one solid colored eyebrow. I should really use this more often. I'm just so faithful to my old gimme brow. Okay, next up, let's do the eyes. So just to kind of conceal my eyelids a little bit more, I'm going to use Stay Don't Stray by Benefit. And this is the light one. Next up, I'm going to take the eyeshadow in Birkin. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's one of my favorite eyeshadows ever. It's such a good color. I'm going to take it on a Crease blender brush, and I'm actually going to put this in the crease and all over the lid. So putting the most color kind of on that outer V, and then blending it through the crease. And then whatever's left, just kind of bring that on the eyelid too. And then the brush, I'm just going to run that under my lower lashes, just a little. Then you can take a fluffy blender brush and just buff out the edges. And that is most of the eyeshadow look done, but I am going to highlight as well, just because I feel like I need a little bit of extra brightness. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow. Obviously, it just looks very natural and very basic. And all that's going to do is just kind of, you know, make your eyes look a little bit more deep set, a little bit more defined. So that's that. And then the second eyeshadow I'm taking is called Daisy Chain. This is by Carity. These eyeshadows are so cheap and so good. And I'm going to take my finger with a little bit of product and just put that right on the ball of my eyes, so the middle, and then use another finger to blend it out. So I don't want it to be too obvious. And this is just going to give a kind of natural effect, and it's important to make sure it's slightly shimmery, like a satiny shimmer finish, because it's just going to look quite natural rather than full on matte or full on shimmer. And then I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush with the same color and put a little bit on my brow bone, just keeping it to a minimum. And then a tiny bit more right on that inner corner. Now I'm going to just darken up my eyelashes and do some waterline eyeliner too. So first on my waterline, I'm just going to try this one out because I've never used it. This is Tarte Fake Awake, which sounds ideal. Ooh, that's a really good color. It's kind of got a pinky tinge to it, which really brightens. That just gives the illusion of like a more wide awake eye because it covers the redness and it also makes your eyes look bigger. And then on my top lash line, I'm going to use a really, really dark kind of blacky brown color. Matte Brown by Jouer. You just want to try and get a really thin line, which can be difficult, but just do your best. If you just do a little bit like that, God, that looks terrible at the moment. But then you can smudge it. I'm actually going to use a lip brush and then just use it sideways, so like the way it's really flat, so like this, through the lashes. Just like that. I probably could have gone a little bit thinner, but I screwed it up. So next up is mascara. I'm not going to use any falsies today. Even with like no makeup, sometimes I wear falsies because you can get really natural ones, but I'll just do nothing today. Just curling my lashes with my filthy ass eyelash curler. And then I used this in my video the other day, which was probably up ages ago by the time you see this video, but it was my full face using old favorites, the tag I created. I'll link it down below if you haven't watched it. It was really fun. But yeah, this was quite natural. So this is Great Lash by Maybelline, and it just kind of lengthens and separates but doesn't give too much volume, so quite good for a natural look. I'm just gonna let that dry because I got some of my waterline, so I need to take that out. And then for highlighter, you want something that's not too you know, too shimmery or too chunky or too intense, unless you like that look, of course. But for a no makeup look, you want it to look natural, I'm guessing. And I'm sorry to do this, but I cannot even talk about the highlighter I am using. But feel free to use even like a satin finish eyeshadow or even a matte finish eyeshadow. Just use a little bit of that, but I'm using a secret one that I cannot talk about today because it's really, really glowy rather than shimmery. Do you know what I mean? So look for something like that, and I'm just using a small face brush. And this just has that really intense glow while still looking natural. I'm gonna build it. You will find out about this really soon, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. I know people will probably get mad at me for doing this, but YOLO. Even something like that Laura Mercier matte highlighter would work. Okay, and now let's get rid of this mascara mess, hopefully. This is really hard to get off, this mascara. Like, really hard. This is the domed contour brush and then the Tarte's Pro Glow. And this color Sculpt is my absolute perfect natural sculpting color. Like, it just looks perfect. You can't even see it. So I'm just applying that to my cheekbones. And this is how we are looking. So now the last step is obviously the lip color. So I don't even know what I want to do today. Let's start with the lip liner. This here is Dolce K by Kylie. So I want something that's like similar to my lip color, but just to define the line, like the lip line. Because as you can see, my lip line is kind of like non-existent. So there's one side done, you can kind of see the difference. And then for the inside, I just want to do like a natural kind of flush pink with a little bit of like, I don't know, a stain, a gloss, something like that. I'm going to do this shade here by L'Oreal. This is Rose Melody. It's like the liquid lipstick gloss thing. Just like that. I probably should have actually used a different color lip liner. This one's a little bit like too orangey. But anyway, you get the idea. So that is my no makeup look of the day. Something quite natural. I really like it. And of course you could go more intense with any of your features. If you want to do false lashes, if you want to do a bright lip, if you want to do a bright blush. This look will suit any of those things. Like, it's just a really good basic look. Just makes you look fresh, put together, wide awake, nice and healthy. Because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when we no makeup, I look sick. So I will talk to you guys soon. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.